So I've just come back from the canal. As you know, you saw me make videos at the canal in our place, in our super Therian hangout place. And as usual, I'm going to do some poses in this video for pictures for later, for Instagram. So super silly ones and nice ones. And I got the dog in. Okay, on to what the video's about then. So, right, so I've just been to the canal. I'm back. Didn't get my coffee like I wanted from that cafe. But, this video is going to be about, quadrepedism. I know I made a discussion about it yesterday, but I have been doing a bit more research since on Quora. I've been looking at questions about why humans don't walk on all fours, and somebody asking what are the benefits of walking on all fours, and that's what I'm going to discuss with you now. So this is going to be like an educational video about walking on all fours, or quadrupedism, it's probably called. I'm not really sure if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. It sounds about right. It's raining something. Oh my god, what's it raining? It's not raining water, it's raining like something from the tree. I'm just hoping it's not bird poo. Oh my god. Trees raining. The trees are raining. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of walking on all fours, and I'm also going to tell you how to do it safely as well. Now, if you've done it since you were small and you're still doing it now at whatever age you are, and you've been doing it all the way through the years, that's fine. But if you're someone who's new to doing it or haven't done it for years, I would recommend doing it a little bit at a time. Do a bit a day. I did a bit yesterday for the first time in maybe not a year, because I did do it last year, so probably a few months. I've done it for the first time yesterday, for the first time in a few months, about 9 months I'm gonna say, because that's when we got the rats and the floor became contaminated, so that's when I stopped doing it. So I guess probably about 9 months I've not been walking on all fours for. So I did it for the first time yesterday, and today my legs are very achy, and also this area is very achy. It's not so bad now, but if I was to walk on all fours again today, which I did earlier before I went out, I really felt it here and here and here. I suppose the pectoral muscles and the collarbone area and here, shoulders, yeah, about here as well, about here, this muscle, shoulders and neck muscle here. I can feel it. If I press there, it's kind of sore. So yeah, so my legs ache and my arms ache a little bit. They're a bit sore today. So I suppose what I would recommend doing is do some warm-ups before doing it. Just as if you were about to exercise, you have to warm up. So do things like this. Warm yourself up, be moving about before you start walking on all fours, okay? Or running on all fours. Don't go too quickly, don't start running and jumping and everything, just do a little bit of walking, maybe hands and knees or hands and feet. For the first time, I would recommend hands and knees if you can. Get some knee pads, or fashion something to put on your knees and tie it round you to protect your knees if you're doing hands and knees. Or make sure it's on a soft surface, a soft floor, and not hard floor, okay? Especially if you're doing it for the first time in years, or for the first time in general. Sorry, I've got an itch. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so do a little bit a day, a little bit of walking on hands and knees a day. Then slowly, gradually, after doing it every day for just maybe 10 minutes a day, you could do it for a bit longer, or you can have a break and then do it again. and then you'll eventually be able to walk on your hands and feet like this. And personally, what I do is I bend my knees like this, so that when I'm walking, I have shorter legs. I don't know whether that's worse for you, to be honest with you, but it's a bit more comfortable for me. But if it starts to ache around here, which it did, I do go to stretching my legs out again when doing it. But like I say, don't do that straight away. Gradually work your way up to running on hands and feet. I do know of a girl who can run really well on her hands and knees, but I wouldn't recommend that because that will probably damage your knees because of the impact when you're running and bumping your knees to the ground. But I mean, if you're doing it on a bed or a trampoline, then that's okay. Like if it's a really soft, sort of bouncy, soft surface, then it'll be okay. Now the benefits to walking or running on all fours is you strengthen your upper body, and all of you get strengthened, which is more effective than lifting weights or doing exercises which can be harmful to your body. So I wouldn't recommend anybody, if you're quite young, my advice to you is don't lift weights that are really heavy. Just lift small weights if you insist on lifting weights. But yeah, it can damage your back. And yeah, I mean, if you have a disability but you can still you still have the use of your arms and legs, depending on what your disability is, it can help you become stronger. But I would probably do some more research on that first to make sure that it is safe for you to walk on our hands and knees. I just know from an answer to this question about why don't humans walk on all fours and what are the benefits, and obviously the opposite of benefits, and somebody said that they broke what was it, they broke something, I can't remember what they broke, but they ended up having an operation and they needed to use a wheelchair, and she said the only way she could get around outside of a wheelchair was walking on all fours everywhere. And it also aided in her career, which was archaeological career, and she was able to dig, for stuff. So yeah, it also helped her career as well. And the other benefit of walking on all fours is it does help you get closer to your stereotype, the animal of your stereotype, or just any animal that walks on all fours. And you can even get into the mindset of that animal. I've not been able to do that for quite a long time because I've had to focus more on adult human stuff, being a carer for my mum and all for the past 10 years. So I have kind of become a little bit distant from it for a while. I've not really been involved in Therian stuff as much anymore. I have been still wearing my tail and ears and stuff, but I've not really been doing Therian videos, and I've not really been, like I say, walking on all fours or just really committing to it as much as I used to. Like when I was younger, when I was a kid, through my teenage years, I walked on all fours all of the time, and I always pretended to be an animal. It felt right to me. I just was the animal. It wasn't even pretending at that point. It felt like I really was connected with the animal, and I could really feel like I was the animal. Obviously, I know I'm a human. I knew I was a human back then. I was never delusional that I really was the animal, but I just really felt connected to the animal when walking all fours permanently and just being the animal. But it's easy to do when you're a child and you've got a parent doing everything for you and you don't have to worry about doing human stuff. But as an adult, I have to do a lot of adult stuff like cooking and cleaning and fetching and carrying for my mum, and it just doesn't leave me a lot of time to do Therian stuff or animal stuff, which is a shame. But I'm going to change all that like I say, I've started trying to get up earlier than I did before, so that I have more time in the day and I can do my human adulting and I can also do my animal stuff. I'm feeling more closer to my stereotype, which is a wolf, German Shepherd and hyena. And I can do more videos for you guys and do more research on things so that I can make informed videos. I hope this has helped you guys. But yeah, I would recommend if you've not done it for a while or you've never done it before and you're quite a bit older, like maybe 16 plus or maybe even like 13 plus, I definitely recommend building up to it, just doing a little bit a day. But generally younger children are more bendy, so they're not going to get as stiff doing stuff like this, and I've been doing it since I was like a toddler, a baby, right through until I was like 10, 11, 12. And I continued to do it until I got really bad eczema on my hands and I couldn't do it as much anymore, but I still, when I could, I would do it. I would walk on all fours whenever I could. And I guess as I got older, I just did it less and less, which is kind of sad. And I've not done it as much in my 20s. But as you know, I have done videos of me walking on all fours for you guys. Like from years ago when I was dead skinny, you know, that video of me in my jeans, and I think I was wearing this top. It's like a jacket. I put it here because it gives the illusion of wider hips and also it covers the chain on my tail, and I think it makes it look better. Like it's longer, like it really is my tail and not just like something connected to a chain that's connected to my shorts. But I will admit I'm getting a bit cold now, so I'm going to put this back on. It's the wind, really. Oh, now this area is cold. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with this on before I stop the video. If I think of anything else, I will make another video. But right now, I think I've covered everything. I can't think of what kind of problems it would cause with your body. There was a lot of debate on this Quora thread, this question thread. There were people saying that it causes problems, like to your knees. It can damage your knees. It can damage your spine if you do it all the time. Like if you were to go on all fours for an entire month permanently, they said it can damage your back, it can damage your cranial something, and also, like I say, your knees. So probably just to be safe, don't do it like permanently for a month or whatever, or longer, or any long period of time. Sort of switch between on all fours and walking like a human, which is what I've always done, because when I go out in the garden and when I go out, I would always... Oh, it's come loose. So it wasn't connected to a link. It was just holding on by the skin of its teeth. Right, okay, there we go. So when you have, like I say, graduated to the point where you are walking on all fours a lot without any problems, so you've now been doing it for a while, like several weeks, several months, whatever, I don't recommend getting to a point where you're on all fours like permanently. If you want to be on all fours like around your house or your garden, like semi-permanently, that's fine, but I do recommend like sometimes walking upright. I also recommend like sitting frequently, so you walk on all fours for a bit, then sit down upright, or just like this, or on your bum, whatever. So that's what I recommend. Now, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to let me know if any of you guys want to join my pack. I don't care where you're from, I welcome anybody, but I would prefer it if people from the UK were to contact me and join, because I don't know of any Therians around where I am, so, which is Manchester area. I'm not in Manchester, but I am like in the area, the general area. So if you're in around Manchester, don't forget to hit me up. It's like Stockport, Ashton, Hyde, all that sort of area, like Tameside. Anybody from around there would be quite local to me. So, yeah, hit me up if you're from around here. In the Therian, because it's lonely over here, guys. The closest Therians are in Wales. That's like really far away that way, I think. I think it's that way. Manchester is that way. Wales is that way, I think. I'd love to go to Wales. I'd love to live there because at least I know there's nicer people there and lots of Therians there, so. Too bad. Oh well. Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. See you in the next one.